G'day! Tonight we're going to be talking about bathtub gin. And I'm not talking about gin you've made in your bathtub, but this little puppy here made by Ableforth's distillery, Bathtub Gin.
So bathtub gin is quite simple in terms of its botanicals. It's got juniper, coriander, cinnamon, cardamom, cloves, and the finest of orange. And it is 43.3%. They recommend serving this with a slice of orange, but we don't have any orange, so we're serving it with a slice of lemon.
Now, I'm sure you've probably heard the expression bathtub gin before. The slightly apocryphal story goes that in Prohibition days, gin was made in bathtubs so they could make large quantities quickly from neutral spirits. The reason they've used that name is that while the base gin is distilled for this, the distillers then take a portion of that gin and infuse it or compound it with more botanicals, which enhances the flavour, gives a fresher flavour to those botanicals, and also gives the gin, you may not be able to see it, a slightly amber colour, because the colour of the botanicals remains in the spirit at the end of the process. This is one of my favourite gins. Here's to...
Cheers!
Cheers. It's very good.
Yum.
So you get slight hints of citrus coming through, the slightest hint of cinnamon and the coriander coming through, and even the cloves. Slightly spiced and quite a fresh flavour, so very nice.
To me, this gin actually is the closest to the gin that you make in terms of flavour.
Possibly also the process as well. A lot of the gins I've made so far have been compounded, and even my latest creation, even though I started with a distilled gin, I then compounded it to produce a better flavour. So a similar process to that, but in terms of quality, this is definitely a step up.
Talk a bit about the bottle, that it's covered in paper. Because this gin is slightly coloured because of the process that they use, I wonder if they have covered the bottle so that people aren't put off by the slightly yellow tinge. I'll show you what I mean. This is our homemade gin, one version of it. It has been filtered once after the compounding, so it's quite an amber colour. This is not as amber, but it definitely has an amber tone. That kind of, I've had a lot of water to drink today, but I still need a piss.
I think the main difference in terms of colour is I've compounded everything that's in that bottle. So you've got botanicals right through the spirit, whereas they've only taken a portion of their gin and compounded it. So it's a very slight amber. Of course, that's got tonic in it as well. I also understand that the paper wrapping and the string around the neck is perhaps a nod back to the days when gin was sold from apothecary stores as a medicinal compound. It certainly seems to cure what ails. One of my favourite gins, and so cheers. Gin is the winners.